Hello, my people. This news why I just hear now, sweet. But make you watch them to the end and tell me what you think. Okay? Subscribe. Bye.
Jail. I'm not making this up. A woman put up a Facebook post. She complained about a tomato mix. She said it was too sweet, and the Nigerian police decided to arrest her. She now faces multiple cases, up to 7 years in jail and a fine of 5 billion naira. That's about $3 million US. So $3 million and 7 years in jail, all for a bad review of tomato mix. How is this kind of puree persecution possible? Apparently, Nigeria's Cybercrime Prohibition Act brooks no quarter. Before we get to the legal details, let's look at how we got here. What happened? The alleged crime took place last September, on September 17th. That's when our reviewer put up her Facebook post. Her name is Chioma Okoli. She's 39 years old, a mother of 3, and presently expecting her 4th child. She's an entrepreneur, a small-scale importer of children's clothes. She lives in Nigeria's financial hub, Lagos. On September 16th, a day before she put up the post, she went and bought the tomato mix. Her usual brands were out of stock, so she decided to try a different one. Before using the puree, she decided to taste it, and clearly she was not a fan. So she took to Facebook to air her grievances. She claimed the puree was too sweet, that there was too much sugar in it. And she asked her Facebook followers for their opinion. Now, this set off a furious online debate, apparently with the puree maker's relative, or at least an ardent fan, someone calling themselves Blessing. Now, Blessing began the accursed chain of retribution. They told our reviewer not to bring her problems on social media and she should call customer service instead. Or just choose a different tomato mix brand. Sounds like every other social media stranger looking to pick a fight. So our reviewer shot back. She told Blessing that the sauce was pure sugar and that it was killing people. Now, up to this point, what do you think? Normal, heated debate on social media, right? Nothing insidious. Well, 7 days later, our reviewer was arrested. Apparently, the Nigerian police think she was part of a criminal conspiracy. I'm serious. This is what she has been charged with. Plotting to instigate people against the tomato mix maker. Not just that, she was charged with intentionally making false claims online, an offense under Nigeria's Cybercrime Prohibition Act. She faces 7 years in prison in this conspiracy case and 3 years and a fine on the false information charge. But this is not even the worst part. Her arrest itself was horrifying. She says she was picked up from a church by officers in plain clothes. She was put in a holding cell without a place to sit and a leaky roof. She spent the night awake. The next day, she was flown out of the city, taken from Lagos to Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Have you ever heard of something like this? Someone being transferred to another city over a Facebook post about tomato puree. Nigeria's police force is quite proud of their approach, though. They say there is no sentiment in law. But seriously, does the Nigerian police really have no other crimes to solve? Have they eradicated every other injustice in the country? That they had the time to transport a source reviewer? After being taken to Abuja, the reviewer was released the next day. She posted bail and promised to make a public apology to the puree company. She says that promise was made under duress, so now she will not apologize. The police tried to arrest her again in January. Meanwhile, Nigerian courts have started hearing the case, and there's no guarantee that the courts will throw it out. This has led to public anger in Nigeria. Protests have been on for months. But the authorities are not budged, though. There are limits to the freedom of speech and expression, and in Nigeria, a bad tomato puree review breaches that limit. Now, we believe that cybercrimes and hate speech should be prosecuted anywhere in the world. But this does not sound like one of those incidents. It's a farce, a vegetable vendetta, and a company being too sensitive and vindictive. No one should be fined or jailed for a bad review. Hopefully, Nigeria's courts recognize this for what it is, a case of sour grapes, or should I say, rotten tomatoes.